The lockers,
that.
remember the lockers down in HR?
All I had was an email address.
Want those? Those aren't easy.
Well, I got it now, I have phone
Talk
call out.
to me.
And I sent it to
And ask
John,
him.
and he thanked me.
Yeah.
He'll come.
Well, maybe he'll
No.
get hold of
Yeah.
us. Like I still,
Doing so well, so
Yeah.
he's staying.
of course, anything for free.
It's 10:01. Oh no, I'm just telling you, I'm telling the public the time, that's all.
Thank you, Ed.
It's not an order for
We're waiting for Bill.
This scam infrastructure plan.
you. Infrastructure bill?
Yeah, it was a scam.
Oh, I think he's
Well, it was a
joining right
printer.
now.
Well,
So they can distribute it to people that they want.
Yep.
money laundering.
All set? Yep. Okay. We'll call the meeting of the Carroll County Commissioners for Thursday, July 18th, 2024 to order. Please join me for the pledge. I pledge allegiance
To the flag
of the United States of America,
States of America, and to the republic which stands one nation under God,
indivisible, with
justice for all.
and justice for all.
Amen.
Do we have any media questions? Seeing none, okay. Public comment?
Yes, Fred Kane from Wolfboro. Last week, the chair had said they were going into recess and asked us to leave, and we did leave, and when we came back in, I had asked what went on, and replied, nothing, we're going to do it under non-public. Fortunately, Ed had his camera running, but there was no volume on, and I watched it, and it seemed like there was a lot of conversation going on while most of us were out of the room, and I think we need a little bit more of an explanation on that. Also, I see the minutes here, and that wasn't reflected in the minutes, which I think that should be reflected in the minutes when the public was asked to leave the meeting. They were going into recess. Also, the payroll for July 12th was $294,560.78, and that does not reflect the agency cost, correct?
Correct.
Because that would be outside services. I think we ought to have a line in there weekly that reflects that cost, so we really know what our basically payroll is in the county. Thank you very much.
Any other public comment?
I do have something, and I was gonna leave it alone, Dallas Emery. And I'm gonna go back to what Fred was talking about when you asked us to leave the room. Whatever, you asked us to leave, fine. What I have a problem with is, I like Chuck, but I don't like the fact that he had an opinion about the $5,000 that you wanted to spend for the environmental impact study, and it should have been talked about in public. I don't know what happened in the back, but when you guys came back, he changed his tune and the money went out. And that's kind of concerning. Now, I know you guys are supposed to have these non-public sessions, but you're not supposed to talk about yourselves. If it has anything to do with any of you on that board, it has to be public. So, I'm not sure why he changed his mind. I don't agree with it. And if it's all $5,000 to get $2.5 million from Shaheen, who I don't trust, I feel like there's just something wrong with it. And I wanted to bring it up because it was really bothering me. It's been bothering me all week since it happened, because I don't think there was any reason for you to go into non-public for that. And that's all I have to say. Thanks.
Any other public comment?
Yeah, I've got a comment. I don't know if you can hear me or not.
Okay. Go
Can you
ahead.
hear me?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I was wondering, I read in the, I guess the minutes, that the county has changed law firms. Is Thomas Clausen no longer going to represent the county? Now there's a new law firm in Laconia? I forget the name, it escapes me.
Yes, Attorney Clausen is still going to be available to us. We lost connection.
Oh, okay. Thank you. So you, but
He's frozen up a little bit.
Yeah, it's broken.
could be my internet connection. So Attorney Clausen is still going to represent the county?
Yes, but he's not going to be under contract as
Oh.
he is now.
Okay. Thank you.
And for the record, it's Mitchell Municipal Group. Thank you.
Anything else?
You just might want to explain why we have two. Because there's different areas of expertise. We felt we needed that.
You would like to, you may.
That's the only reason we have two people. Attorney Clausen focuses on one section of the law, and these people will be our general counsel to review contracts, etc.
Approval of the meeting of the minutes for July 11th.
So,
I'll motion to accept the minutes.
second.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Accounts payable for July 17th, $748,945.44. Payroll for July 19th, $228,033.83.
So moved.
I'll second.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Madam Chair, I'm sorry to interrupt. It just occurred to me you have to do roll call because Commissioner Nelson's on Zoom.
Oh, okay. For the manifest, okay. Then we'll do a roll call vote.
Representative Nelson, yes. Representative McGee,
Yes.
Representative McCarthy.
Yes. Okay. We will go into recess from the Hales Location Board of Selectmen meeting.
10:08.
The only thing we have is approval of the minutes for July 11th.
Motion to accept the minutes.
I'll second that motion.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Roll call.
Do we need a
Oh,
roll
roll
call?
call for all of them? Okay.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Bill?
Representative Nelson, yes. Representative McGee?
Yes.
Commissioner McGee?
Yes.
Thank you. Commissioner McCarthy?
Yes.
Signature copies of both the minutes.
Okay. I didn't know, I knew we had to do it for contracts and stuff, and I forgot we had to do it for everything.
Morning. Morning.
Just gonna put there's no date, line on here for the date, so I'm just gonna write it on there.
Before we go out of Hales, could we spend just a second on the hotel update?
The hotel update, I know that Melissa reached out to him. I also talked to David, and they have 2 months to do their design, so we're not gonna hear anything next week or the week after. It's gonna be a while, because they have 2 months.
But that really wasn't the issue. It was the design, but it was also the easement. And it was You can't get the design approved until you have the easement, and you can't get the easement until you have the design approved. So the question is, if they do a new plan, how's that, I don't understand it's gonna help. And the other problem you have is, the hotel wants to start construction right after the golf season, so you're 90 days away from that. So, I mean, the time is slipping by, and if they don't make that deadline, then they're gonna have to go another year before they can do it, unless they wanna rip up the golf course. So, I just think we need to put some pressure on somebody, somewhere, to move this along.
Anything else?
That's it.
I think we have the service agreement for the duct cleaning. Monty, do you have copies of all that?
Not with me, but I've seen it, so I can find it.
You have it already? Or-
Yes.
I'll take- do you have an extra copy?
I do.
Awesome. Mine's back there.
So we have the ServPro agreement to 38.5 something. Sorry.
58704.
Sure. 38.58704. Maintenance to do all our ducts in the building. It just hasn't been done in a few years, and it's time to get it done. Preventive maintenance.
Budget-wise? Okay. So you're asking us to approve this?
Yes, please.
Question,
Questions? Yes, Bill?
could you please tell us what building or buildings are going to be, this is going to be done?
The House of Corrections, the entire building.
Just that building? Okay,
Correct.
thank you.
Yep.
Questions?
Motion to,
Okay.
motion to approve.
Bill, second?
I'll second that.
Need a roll call.
Yep. Roll call vote, please. All those in favor?
Nelson, yes. McCarthy,
Yes?
sorry. McGee.
Yes.
Madam Chair?
Yes.
Does that motion also include the authority for
Yes.
someone to execute the contract?
Sign the contract.
God, sign the contract. Check.
The superintendent?
Superintendent, yes.
Yeah, I'll execute it. I have Brian speaking today, just
Yep.
an experience, I apologize, but I will make sure it'll be my signature for approval.
Thank you. And while they're here, Madam Chair, there's an addition. We do have one line item transfer. Would you like to do that while they're here?
Yeah, we can do that, so we don't have to hold on. Hold on.
I think it's technically 2 transfers.
It's 2 lines, yeah, one, excuse me.
So we're looking to transfer the county dues were voted on by the Association of Counties to go up $500 in December. Our budget was already submitted at the time. So we're just asking to move to cover that due because we were $500 short in our budget because of that late agreement. Just asking to transfer $500 out of advertising into the dues and licenses line to cover that shortage. And also, we had to do a large inmate uniform purchase, clothing purchase. We had a bunch of worn stuff that was in need of replacement, so we did a purchase to restock our supplies and that, and we're overdrawn that account by 600 and...
Got my reading glasses?
No, it doesn't help. $672.99. So $672.99. So I'm just looking to transfer $673 from the advertising line over to the uniforms line, inmate clothing line. Sorry.
And this is request number 02-2024. Okay. Questions? Commissioner, any questions? Bill?
No,
Okay.
You want to read it, or you
Oh,
just want me to approve?
yeah, he pretty much read
Okay.
from
Yes.
those lines, yeah, so.
I'll make a motion to approve Line item transfer in the amount of $1,173.
I second that motion.
Roll call vote, please.
Roll call, okay. Commissioner Nelson, yes. Commissioner McGee,
Yes.
and Commissioner McCarthy.
Yes. Do you have anything else for us, gentlemen?
I believe we don't.
So that was painless.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Have a great day.
Thanks, guys. Have a good day.
Thanks.
Okay, so the next thing we have is the service agreement for the shredding service. Here's your items. Okay. What do you have for us? This is our time.
It is a contract that we got through the state of New Hampshire. We got the prices through the Star-Recycle company for the nursing home and the administration building for monthly shredding service. It would be done off-site. They do the state police, the New Hampshire DMV, mostly the whole state of New Hampshire, so. And we're getting it off 50%, probably a little bit more than 50% off the original price that was quoted to us.
Good work.
It would be $6 a container for the administration building and $10 for each one for the nursing home.
And how big are the containers?
Our container is like a standard console size. The nursing home would be 65 gallons.
Bonnie, you had any comments on this?
No, I agree with it wholeheartedly.
Okay, yep. I see, Bob?
Just my experience with Star-Recycle, I would take a good hard look at the terms, the cancellation terms section of the contract.
It's through the state. I don't think there's any terms on it at all. They don't charge us a fuel charge or anything for coming out here or anything like that, like they normally would, because we are using the state of New Hampshire contract.
Rich, I see that you, do you have any comments on?
Yeah, I've actually worked with, well, Shredded was the original company. They were bought out by Star-Recycle, which is, I think, just purchased by Waste Management. I've had positive experiences with Shredded. You know, they do take their Shredded, take it off-site and bring it to their site. I have no issue with that because it's very secure. I've been working with this company probably on and off for 25 years. You know, they're a solid company. They're countrywide, so. And for the price they're getting, I was probably paying 5 times that when I was working for another facility. And I also know they do a lot of work with the state of New Hampshire, so.
No, I just might want to mention who they do all the state agencies, fairly sensitive ones.
Question?
Yes.
Are they doing it on-site?
No, they are not. They don't do it on site. Oops,
They were coming on-site to do it, they were willing to do it, and there was no extra cost to do it on-site.
That's for the purge for the big container. All the stuff that we already have on site, that's the big container near the administration building. They're doing that on site, but monthly service would be done off site.
Okay, thank you.
Motion to approve. And do we need to have somebody sign, is it the state contract, do we just sign it?
No, we're not signing, the contract is actually already signed. This is just an amendment to the state contract allowing us to use it for their prices.
Okay. A motion to approve us to use their contract.
Okay. Roll call vote, Phil?
Yes. In favor of the motion, Nelson, yes. McGee,
Yes.
McCarthy,
Yes.
All those in favor?
Say aye.
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 Thank you.
Aye.
Good job. Good work. Thank you.
Okay. Oh, Bonnie, financial report.
Okay. So you have the May financial statements. There's really nothing, out of the ordinary that we haven't spoke about before. Currently, we have borrowed $2 million on our TAN compared to $4 million this time last year. So we're in good shape. As you know, the taxes are collected in late November, early December. So we are at almost an $11 million deficit through May, but that will be recouped with the taxes. And it's about a $1.5 million increase over this time last year. Really don't see any problems at this point. We received our pro share mid-June. It was about a little under $1 million over budget of what we had budgeted for, so we're in good shape there.
Excellent.
Commissioner, questions? Bill, you have any questions?
I do not.
That's good to me. Okay. Any questions from the public about the financials?
Bonnie, could you explain the pro share, how that figure is and what it consists of?
Not really. I would love to be able to. It's a huge, long calculation based on what we receive, what our capacity was during the last fiscal year, what our costs are, both allocated from the county and the nursing home itself. It's very, very complicated, but I think that over the last 3 years, I feel like we have really strengthened our cost allocation and costs that are within the county and allocated to the nursing home that has been able to solidify a solid number and pretty consistent over the past 3 years.
Thank you. So would you anticipate that going forward, it may be another $1 million over when you budgeted for this coming year that you may receive?
It really depends on the state funding and what's going on there and our capacity within the nursing home, which I know is very good. But I wouldn't expect, unless there were some dramatic law changes, that it was going to change substantially. But we have seen it the year I came in, it changed drastically, it went down drastically. So you don't know.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. That's it. Okay, the Gopher revolving loan extension, the annex project. Melissa, you are on that, so would you like to speak to it?
Sure.
Could not be on there, so.
Cheat sheet. In the beginning of 2023, the county entered into an agreement with the Governor's Office for Emergency Relief and Recovery, GOFR, for the nursing home infrastructure program. And with that, the county received about $855,000, 775 of it is to be used for the annex. Originally, we had until September 30th, 2024 to expend the funds and complete the portions of the annex related to the nursing home. And although we've made steady and consistent progress towards the annex project, we won't have it done by the end of September. So we went to Gopher, requested an extension. They're prepared to go to the Governor and Council on August 7th and request an extension for us and to spend the money by June 30th, 2026. So I would ask that the commissioners approve the amendment to move it forward to the Governor and Council on August 7th.
Bonnie, you have any questions?
No, and just to point out, in here it speaks of repayment. And we have not drawn the funds down that we have not spent. So we're strictly on a reimbursement basis, and the funds that we have drawn down, we've already had a site visit and they've been approved. So the word repayment and the amount of monthly repayment is scary, but it's really not applicable because we are reimbursement.
So the only way we'd have to repay it is if we drew down from it, but we didn't complete the project by the June 30th, 2026 deadline.
Correct.
Yeah, right, is that, okay.
Bill, do you have any questions?
I do not.
Commissioner? Okay.
So I have two documents, the amendment to the forgivable loan agreement. If the commissioners could vote to approve and authorize the chair to sign. And then I also have a certificate of authority, and that's just verifying that the vote took place today and that the chair has authority to sign. It does need to be attested to by the clerk of the commissioners. So I would also be asking for Commissioner Nelson's permission to use his signature stamp so that I can send this off to Gopher today. They've requested that the materials be into them by tomorrow morning so they can get it on the August 7th agenda.
Okay.
Signature stamp is fine, as far as I'm concerned.
Thank you.
This is the same one that we got, right? Okay.
Yeah, it just looks different, but it's the same thing you have.
Okay. I have a motion for approval.
We'll make a motion to approve.
Okay. I'll second. Roll call vote.
All right. Commissioner Nelson, yes. Commissioner McGee?
I'll abstain.
Yes. Commissioner McCarthy?
Yes. Okay, and with the, allow me to sign. Bill?
Sorry?
With the allowing me to sign.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry, yes. Well, I'm sorry, I hate doing it Zoom. This is...
Yeah, I know. Okay. So Bill has to sign this one.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll leave this one. I don't know which,
I'm sorry, the first, on the last page.
just the last page?
I think. Oh, no, this one right here,
Okay.
at the top line on that page.
And the top, on the third, this one?
No, just this one,
Okay.
because then it goes through the
Yep.
Gopher and then the governor and then the council.
Yep.
Squeaky shoe. It's like that. Thank you.
Commissioner comments, anything? No? Bill, you have any other comments?
I do not.
Okay. And we will go into non-public. Commissioner, would you read us into non-public?
I will.
Make a second to go into non-public?
Not yet, Bill.
No, not yet, we gotta read it.
I'll make a motion to go into.
Sorry.
I'll make a motion to go into non-public under New Hampshire RSA 91-A, :3, and that would be :3, 2, under C, J, L, and A. Do I need to read all of this?
No.
Okay.
Bill, second?
I'll second that.
Okay, roll call vote?
Yes. Commissioner Nelson, yes. Commissioner McGee?
Yes.
Commissioner McCarthy?
Yes.
10:30.
Okay.
Do we have to leave?
He's on Zoom, right? Only we have to leave when he's on
I
Zoom.
know, I'm not sure. Melissa, are we going into the little room, or are we, I don't know what she has scheduled. Are we going into the little, our non-public room, or here?
It's your choice, I can make it happen either room.
I think if Bill wants to be, can he be on it in there?
Yeah, and I'll just join on my laptop and then
Okay.
we can.
Okay.
That's good.
Thank you, Madam Chair. We don't want to lose our meeting.
We don't want you to do that. IT support here.